All right, so 4 color elementals here. So the core idea here is we have Teamer elementals with, Omnath, Risen Reef, and then the Leafkin Druid package. And then we've got a small black splash here off of 4 copies of Unclaimed Territory, as well as copies of Neoform here to fetch this out, evolved off an Omnath or a Scorcher to double up our enters play effects. We also have Thunderkin Awakener to pick things back up out of our discard pile. Wolfie, thanks for doling out some sub-gifties. I appreciate the support. Thanks for keeping me around. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thunderkin also is kind of sweet with, like, bringing Risen Reef back every turn, etc. This deck or something close to it finished in the top 16 of an SCG tournament somewhat recently. I think I'm going to play this deck on the ladder. I think this seems pretty reasonable. Get the burn deck back in the queue. 10 out of 10 will do. Happy to get that one re-added. Is the mana base kind of yikes? No, I don't think so. I think you're mostly just hoping to not draw these cards, which is decent. And then, like, on the off chance that you do, like, you also have some Unclaimed Territories to help you cast them. Do I want some copies of Blood Sun in this deck would be a question. I've got 2 Big Chandra and 2 Flame Sweep as a sweeper. I kind of feel like I want a couple Blood Sun. What would I want to cut, though? Maybe an Aether Gust and something else. Entrancing Melody, perhaps. Does Blood Sun screw up your Unclaimed Territories? No, Blood Sun only takes away non-mana abilities. And Territory is a mana ability, I believe. Hey, Luna Hero, thank you for the 3 months of Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I don't know what that means, Adam the Bomb. I don't know. I don't know to which that refers. This hand's a little slow if they're playing something aggressive. I've been trying to brew Niv Mizzet Neoform since he can grab extra copies. They haven't been able to find the right build. Yeah, that's, Having to like structure your creatures in a way to make that work seems awkward. Ah, yes, the 3rd Omnath. That's exactly what this deck needed. This hand needed. Although I suppose we can evolve the first one into a Yarok. So we've got that going for us. Well, they're playing vampires, but they didn't have a 1-drop. If we'd been on the play here, we could Cheeto Finger Sorin here. Really hoping to draw Elemental here. Alright, I kill Sorin at least. So if we draw an untapped land next turn, we could have a real shot. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep the territory for sure. Yep. Alright, so hashtag not dead yet. Alright, hashtag I'm dead. They're playing a little bit bigger build of vampires.
Return to the fight.
Really needed to hit that 4th land on 4. And the tough part here is that, I mean, that wasn't even really, so like, if you think that's the vampire nut draw, you've not experienced the actual vampire good draws. Like that was like, his deck doesn't even really, I should have played an event. Last few times I've queued things up on the ladder, it's been like instant regret very quickly. We stumbled a little bit there, but I don't really have good sideboard cards here. I guess Entrancing Melody's okay. Their hand was okay. They were missing a 1-drop. If they would have had a 1-drop, it would have been stronger. I think the bigger decider of that game was the fact that we missed our 4th land on 4 more than anything. I think we would have been pretty okay if we would have hit our 4th land on turn 4. We'd have been a lot less behind. Also would have been much better if we had been on the play. Flame Sweep, position to do the Lord's work this game. Don't Vanguard me. Play 2 1-drops. Okay, so Thunderkin can bring back Cloudkin Seer. I'm gonna go ahead and block here. If they want to pay this to have this eat here, I think I'm okay with that. And we're actually gonna be in an okay spot here. So I get to do this. It's fine. They pay 8. They go to an 8. We do this. Name Elemental. Thunderkin's gonna flip Cloudkin Seer back into play. Which lets us draw a card and hit them for 3. In my experience playing elementals, I've really liked the lower to the ground, more aggressive builds more than the bigger builds like what you're describing, Delver. Yikes. Brutal.
I have not survived millennia to stand down now.
Put a counter on this and attack me for whatever. That's fair. That threatens to draw me cards. You made that? What if I made that? It's really unfortunate that my lands ended up being awkward because I couldn't take that last turn. I was denied. I could have drawn an extra card by bringing back this last turn if my lands had been slightly better. I'm just going to go ahead and block here because this keeps them at 6. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So that means if we manage to draw an Omnath, we get to draw cards with Omnath trigger. Is this deck playing 26? I think it's on 25, right? Yeah, this one's on 25. Oh, magic. Nah, I'm gonna give it 2 more shakes, and if this deck doesn't win a match in 3 matches, we'll switch over to something else. This one ends up being a dumpster fire. His cards are just so awkward. Every time we played Neoform, it's just like, hands like this. It's like, well, am I supposed to keep this? Well, Legion's End doesn't remove creatures from their deck, so the answer to your question is no. Hey, Gorgol, thank you for the quarter of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. All right. Bottom that. Hey, Jen Grade, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Yep. Yeah, those types of things just don't really tend to exist in Standard straight out of Texas is the thing. How has this deck been? Really bad. Clunky and awkward. It's been a rough one. Hey, Razor X, thanks for the 4 months. Welcome back. Yeah, I agree, Bonnie. That's largely been the problem with Neoform in my experience. Is you play it and you're like, well, what if this was just a good card instead? Like frequently just ends up being worse than playing more good cards. Yeah, I think Neoform's just too cute for standard on average. Although if they don't have anything here, the fact that this Yarok's a 4/6 might let us pull through here. In order for tutors like that to be workable a lot of the time, you generally need them to be getting things that are more busted than what you're typically getting in standard. Vintage and Legacy just aren't popular enough to be worth making content for, Enya. I don't enjoy them particularly enough. I'm aware that, like, taking a break... Do they win if they attack with all? No, Yarok has lifelink. Yarok having lifelink and putting us to 7 should keep us alive. Now, Nissa attack with all might be lethal.
Behold, nature's true power.
So I have to block. This puts me to 1. This puts me to 1. Right? 1. Yeah, this puts me to 1. Alright, so... what do I want to do here? So we Thunderkin. We Thunderkin again. Oh, we might actually... wow, are we about to kill them? Are we about to kill them? I think there's a chance they're dead. So the first one of these is the second one to resolve, right? And I understand what the deck is doing now. I'm still not sure if it's good, but I understand what we're doing. There's a good chance this is too slow and fair for standard, but... we did at least get to do the thing. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Yeah, so they're dead, right? We go Neoform, evolve the Wreath into Omnath, and now they're dead? Double trigger, kill you? Alright, that's kind of funny. Give him the Cheeto fingers! Shishisha! Alright, alright. One is not none. One is not... they were at 19, right? I just want to make sure that I understand what happened there. They were at 19, right? And then old double Cheeto fingers showed up and was like, listen, sit down. All right, I feel like we need to clean up the sideboard, but like that, I understand where we're coming from now. I now understand the core. Yeah, 911, I'd like to report a robbery. Does Living Twister have a point in this deck? Yeah, it's a 2/5 that blocks really well. It's probably pretty reasonable against vampires. Probably want to trim some of my top end here. This doesn't clean up Nissa land, so it's probably not good enough. Let's not make jokes like that, Toe Smasher. Those are not in good taste. Please and thank you. I wasn't expecting the kill you from 19. I wasn't expecting the kill you from 19. Lucas Dragon, thank you for the 9 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Well, we had no board too, right? Like, they were at 19, we were at 1, and we had just a Yarok. I think this one gets a mulligan. It doesn't really do anything, right? Look at that. We can toss Yarok back into our deck. Bless up. God bless us, everyone. Atraxis, I had to come out of plebeian mode to tell you my boss wants to know why I erupted laughing just now. God bless. Thank you for the 3 months. Glad to have you outside of plebeian mode here. Alright. Does this deck need creeping trailblazers? I don't know. Like, I feel like we're not like a little aggro deck. Blue source here would be absurd. Would let us play magic. Yeah, magic. Alright, so we're gonna lightning strike this. We were very close to drawing the 4th Omnath. You're not wrong. Maybe I need to look at the mana base in this deck too. Very possible. Come on, untap blue. Untap blue. That's a lot like an untapped blue source, huh? How many blue sources are in this deck? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 18 blue in this deck. Yikes.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
All right, get to take game 3 on the play. So, Percy, I'd like for you to consider what you've just suggested. You're suggesting we shove a 12-card package into our deck. I would argue at that point we're playing a different deck. Alright. I'm gonna play this tapped on 1 here, so we can Leafkin on 2, and then we'll get to play Temple of Epiphany plus, well, we're playing that one on 2 now. Dealerino. Alright, we need to restart the client here, because it's laggy AF. Ooh! We found a piece of candy for next turn, chat. Who doesn't like candy? Alright, so next turns... Oh. Ooh, yikes.
I survived an apocalypse. I will survive you.
So next turn's the Nissa turn.
Bite.
And I think that's fine, because I have Aether Gust. Nah, I think I'm gonna Lightning Strike this, huh? And keep them off of Nissa. Do I strike Druid or do I strike Vivian? I think I don't really care about Vivian. I'm gonna strike the Druid. Because the next turn I can Scorcher with Aether Gust up still. And like Scorcher probably kills Vivian next turn, which is sweet. I don't think I really care either way which one I do first there. I think we've played Elementals with Steamkin before on stream. I think so. I don't remember. there's a Teamer Elementals deck page on my website, and you could definitely find, lots of videos there. Alright, so this lets them eat the Scorcher. They should definitely eat the Scorcher here. Oh, I guess eating the Scorcher is bad if I have the one that brings it back into play, right? Deal. There's both the MCQ that had 4 Jade Lightwalker and no Branchwalker. Yeah, it's a memory leak issue. I'm pretty sure, Carver. Usually that's why applications slow down the longer they're open, since they're leaking memory. No, I don't want to auto order. All right, okay, this actually worked out okay. So we'll go put this back, stack them like that. Risen Reef trigger, put the land into play. Draw 3. I actually haven't played a land for the turn yet, so maybe I want to do I want to shock in a land and then play Cloudkin Seer? Nah, I probably just want to lightning strike this, huh? All right, we're gonna clean up. Okay, I'm into what this deck is doing. We're gonna clean up the sideboard. Let's restart the client and then clean up the sideboard. These people are great by their stuff. These people also great by their stuff. Yeah, the deck builds really crazy board states really quickly. All right, I felt like we didn't have sideboard cards for vampires though, so let's fix that. I'm really not a huge fan of Veil of Summer. Let's get some Lava Coils in the board. Yeah, that was the second match. 2 Melody, 2 Lava Coils, probably plenty. I almost want a third Aether Gust that mono green deck's gonna be running around. Do I need Shifting Ceratops? Maybe I just leave 1 in to like go fetch as a hasty threat. I have Scorcher as a hasty threat though. What do I think of this? Is this crazy for a sideboard plan? Is this too few cards against Esper control? So how would I be boarding against Esper? Against Esper, I have like 4 lightning strikes to cut. And I could bring in like Blood Sun and Stroke. That's probably fine, huh? That's probably fine. I think I like that. Oh, we have Fry too. Yeah, we can bring in Fry instead of Blood Sun. That's way better. Yeah, turning off Azcanta is pretty good. It's one of their better cards in the long game. I think this is a mulligan, right? I'm missing blue mana, and I have a Yarok in my hand. Like, these are nice, but I have 18 blue in my deck. Although I guess 4 of those blue don't cast Neoform. I'm gonna mulligan this. I think it's just a little bit too awkward with my current colors of mana. This is much better. We'll bottom Twister here. And And this is double red, so all of our spells are castable at these 3 lands currently. But it also went to 6, tanking on whether or not they want to go to 5 here. Either that or having some kind of connection issue. Maybe a connection issue. Oh, they kept and were figuring out what they wanted at the bottom. Got it. Whee! I'm gonna bottom this and just play this on 3. Looks like Yarok Fields here. I would bet this matchup is hard for us. Because our ways to sweep their zombies don't really do a whole lot. Although I guess the Omnath combo turns are probably pretty good here if we build up a big board, because their deck doesn't have sweepers in it. Alright, so do I double strike this Yarok, or do I just double elemental this turn? I think I'm supposed to double strike the Yarok. Yeah, Hoagland PayPal is the discount code for MTGO traders. They're great. Thanks for checking out the sponsor. As always, if you're ever wondering what affiliate links I have stuff for, this page here on my website has it. So Field of the Dead will start making stuff here. They don't have it just yet, though. I was reading Living Twister Paws there, it felt like. Cavalier's pretty good. Yep. Alright, we're in an okay spot here. They have a Memorial of Genius here that they can still play out. That is a very good draw. There's no basics in this deck, are there? Oh, there are basics. Sweet. Maybe I should hold on to him. If they draw a removal spell here, it could be bad. So next turn we are going to trigger Field a whole bunch. We're hoping to dodge Disfigure and Trophy here. If they don't draw Disfigure or Trophy, we're going to be in a very good spot. So I'm going to decline here and put some lands in my hand so I can throw them at their stuff. So if I pick this up, I can kill these by spending 4, which then lets me keep the Risen Reef. So I can then Cavalier this turn. Alternatively, I could keep the Thunderkin. I think I'd rather keep the Reef though, right? Yeah, the Reef sacks at end of turn, but I get 2 more triggers out of it here, which I think is fine. I'm aware how the card works. So like by throwing these lands, I'm basically drawing 2, right? So I'm gonna play one of these. Hey, Daniel Rager, thank you for the 2 months of support there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. So next turn they're dead, right? Each of these are 10 right now. If they don't kill Yarok, if they can't kill Yarok, if they can't interact with our board, we untap and kill them. Man, I never thought Cheeto Fingers would be as lethal as he is in this deck. That's kind of sick. Playing Yarok Field, I've been having trouble getting over the hump to the next tier on the ladder. Continue getting 1 win and losing it and falling more down. Any suggestions on what to do? Apart from playing better, be luckier is another good suggestion. Alright, so they need to find a trophy here. 4-color burn is pretty strong, yep. Yeah, I didn't have enough to double Omnath last turn. I think they found a removal spell because they're looking at my graveyard. No, I guess not. How do the Cheeto Fingers make you feel? You guys want to see something else that's sweet? Yarok doubles up this enters play trigger. Think the Cheeto dust rubs off on the opponent's face? I hope not. I don't want to get their cards dirty. That was kind of sick. This deck is growing on me a lot. I'm glad this is why we play more games. Like when someone came in during what's it called, the first game, they were like, how's this deck doing? I was like, it's kind of bad. It's been bad. And we just kept playing more games and like getting a feel for like what's going on in here. I just like every deck with Yarok. That's probably true. Do I want Disdainful Stroke in this matchup? Maybe I don't want Fry. Is Aether Gust and what do we think is better? Is Fry or Stroke better here? Why would you not want to play Blood Sun? Blood Sun's great. Do we want Fry or Stroke here? Countering their Cavaliers is pretty good. Keeping Yarok, killing Yarok permanently is nice though, but this can also counter Yarok. Fry is more American. Fry is more American. It's very true. I agree with that assessment. That is the hottest of takes. Fry is more American. It's fine. Not amazing, but fine. I think the Party Bus plus Yarok would be fun. Maybe? Nah, probably not. That deck doesn't really need to double up its effects. It seems unnecessary thinking about how the bus works. Perfect. So this is actually really good tempo. So even though they get to put it on, nope, they didn't want to put it on top. Deal. I was gonna say, even though they could put it on top, they still have to redraw it, so it's still a 1-for-1, and keeping them off playing a 5 next turn is really good. Alright, I'm kind of really into this deck. I'm really glad we kept playing more games. Yeah, I tag two favorite decks in the same day sometimes. Oh no, that's rude. Hey, what's going on, Zach? I could Neoform it, but I wanted to hold up Gust. Maybe because my opponent didn't have 2 green. Yeah, I think I probably should have done that. Because my opponent didn't have double green up. So they couldn't Cavalier me. Because, like, if they Yarok'd me, I could still do this to Yarok later. Hoping to draw an untapped land here. I think I have to jam this. Now they could Cavalier me. Sure. Alright, so do I want to hold up double Gust here? Or do I want to Cloudkin Seer and single Gust? I think I'm going to Cloudkin and single Gust. The fact that this tag's permanence in play, too, is so great. Just super flexible. Wonder if we'll see a second Yarok come down here since they bought him that one. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Neo into Omnath. I could, but what does that actually do for me? Why is that a good play? Yeah, it's unsubstantiate if unsubstantiate, like, was actual 1-for-1 instead of, like, card disadvantage. They probably scryed first because they made a mistake. They weren't thinking about their Yarok triggering their land. We might run them down with Cloudkin Seers. We also are going to have some burn damage from Omnath here soon. Yeah, at some point we'll probably turn one of these into an Omnath. I agree with that. Alright, we're making some zomboys and girls. I think I start here. There isn't another Scorcher in my deck, chat, for people saying I have lethal. This is a singleton. So we're close to killing them. We hit them for 2, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. I do have another Yarok in my deck. Yeah, Cavalier has reach. So if I attack with these, I'm only hitting them for 2, chat. So this, for people that are saying we have lethal, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Actually, we're gonna turn this into Yarok. There's a second Yarok in the deck. Yeah, I'm aware the tokens have haste. They have 2/2 zombies. Oh yeah, if I was gonna do that, I should have done it the other way, right? I missed 2 tokens and 2 triggers. I missed 2 tokens and 4 triggers because they would have doubled up. Yeah, I definitely missed a bunch of card draws last turn by not Yarking first. Alright, let's see if the old double Cheeto fingers gets him again here. Rats. Yeah, I think with the Scorcher doubling up, we might have missed lethal last turn. It's fine. It's not a big deal. We're in a really good spot. And they can't push this to 3 this turn because they only have 3 mana with it, so they should be dead. Yeah, we're gonna get another Omnath next turn and kill them without combat. That is exactly correct. There's a lot of right ways to eat this Reese's, chat. Alright, we're 2-1 with this bad Mamma Jamma now. Can you find arena deck lists for all the lists you stream after the fact? Yeah, then that's a great question. So you can find deck lists on my Stream Decker page. You can also find all of the deck lists in the video description of every video on my YouTube channel. So if you go to youtube.com/Jeff Hogan, all the videos in their descriptions have easily importable links in there. Yeah, definitely, Enya. Aggro deck, huh? I think I probably just want to Lightning Strike this. It's unfortunate the way my land's lined up that I can't play a 3-drop next turn now, though. If I can untap green source here, we're in an okay spot. Groll is something I haven't seen in a hot second. I'm going down to 16 here. Especially Zerta, specifically like Zerta, Goblin, and Spellbreaker Groll. Let's do this, because if we find a... Ooh, that's a... Do I bottom this trying to hit a 6th land? I think I bottom that and try and hit the land for next turn. So we're going to 12 on this attack step. If they deploy a second creature, I'm probably going to go Reef Seer. If they don't deploy a second creature, I'll probably Chandra kill the Spellbreaker. Yikes. Yikes. Well then. Anybody have some spells? Looking for some spells. All right. That's kind of what I asked for. So we're dead. We're dead to a few things.
You're about to. Utterly is the best way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I'll play this. There's some merit to holding lands at this point because they do let Omnath draw cards. But if I start drawing cards, I want more lands in play to be able to cast more spells. Them attacking Chandra here is good for me. It means if we draw something meaningful next turn, we could be in a good spot. JK, LOL. Ohio, thank you for the 16 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Well, I mean, if we had drawn spells, we might have been in that game. Unfortunately, our deck did not have many of those. Lava Coil sounds great. Aether Gust sounds absurd. Lightning Strike is like okay here. They did have Zerta Goblin. I think Chandra's actually kind of bad here. She doesn't kill a lot of their stuff. Her -3 doesn't kill a lot of their stuff, specifically. We need 3 cuts here. Scampering Scorcher. Is it crazy to trim Scampering Scorcher? I feel like it's not crazy to cut this one. It's not amazing against Sarkin. A lot of their big things have trample. Melody's like okay against exactly Sarkin, but that's about it, right? Let's give that a try. Melody's like really expensive for killing a lot of their other stuff. It's not like they have like Hydras in their deck. They're more of a mid-range deck. It's only okay against Phoenix. And like I'm bringing in Lava Coils and Aether Gust that are fine there. And there's no guarantee that they're playing Phoenix in their deck. They do look like they have a lot of similarities to the girl deck from previous seasons, but we don't know what their exact list is. Of course, Z Power, we aim to please. Yeah, alcohol is like the opposite of hydration. Spending 5 mana to take their creature that's almost certainly tapped because it already attacked me is not really a good rate, I don't think. Is any merit to having more than 60 post sideboard? There is not if you're looking to play optimally. So there's always going to be cards in your deck that are better than others in a particular matchup, and you want to maximize your ability to draw the cards that are ideal. Yep, Leafkin sounds great. Go Shock Breeding Pool, play my O3 next turn. Pro tip to forming reasonable, cohesive arguments and discussions. If you're going to make an outlandish statement like, isn't the math behind 62? It's not our job to explain to you why that's silly and you're wrong. It's your job to explain why that could possibly be correct. Generally speaking, we don't abide nonsense like that here. I have another Omnath, so I might as well just like give him the Cheeto fingers to the dome here. Start dropping some lands and making my dorks bigger. Were you doing something? I have a Domri's Ambush here. Lightning Strike, sure. Crank this up. It's a shame we didn't have Omnath last game when we were flooding. They are playing Rekindling Phoenix. We're going to see them trade here. Yep. Would really love to draw a Risen Reef here. Living Twister. Yeah, that'll do, Pig. An Omnath emote that says it ain't easy being cheesy. I don't know about that one. Alright. I'm gonna trade Domri for my Living Twister. Seems reasonable. Oh! Oh, yikes. Oh, honey. I thought in my opponent's defense, I also thought they were about to trade. So I understand what just occurred. So Domri left play, which meant this no longer had 5 power. Been there, done that. We've all been there. Our opponent is currently ranked 88 in Mythic. I've played a lot of high level Magic. You know, stuff happens. Stuff happens. That's all I'm saying. Judge not, lest ye be judged. In the words of the greatest poet of our generation, when something like that happens, you just gotta shake it off and move along to the next game. It's A-okay. It all happens to the best of us. Yeah, remember when we negated a Thought Erasure while we had Tamio out earlier today? And by that I mean that was a heads up play and we wanted to stop their surveil. Oh, they're on a Land War Elves build. That's terrifying. People have asked me what card I'm looking forward to rotating, and I haven't had good answers. This is the answer. This card needs to go. This card is not okay, and it should never be standard legal again. Magic already has an absurd discrepancy in power level of being on the play versus the draw, and this card makes being on the play so much better, it's unreal. Do I want it in Historic? I mean, it's in Historic. Doesn't really matter what I want, right? It's going to be in Historic. So you're saying we should reprint Birds of Paradise? Vomit. Yeah, it's not looking good for our hero here. Yikes. Go to 10. Well. This guy's got a big body and lifelink. If they're out of gas, we get to trade and go to 4 and then maybe have a shot. If they have like another Domri's ambush though, we're like dead though, right? And that's just gonna kill us. Not a whole lot we can do there. Our opponent had Land War Elves on the play, and we just died because this card's rancid and should not be standard legal. All right, let's try one more before we call it a day. I can't stop. We're being featured in Vegas. What does that mean? Oh, is there like a section where they're playing Magic streams and they have us up? That's sweet. Hi to people in Vegas, if that's true. Stay hydrated. There's a Grand Prix in Vegas this weekend that starts today, I believe. Today or tomorrow. I would love to play Aristocrats for dollar reduce, Bob. You know, he knows my one weakness. Playing Aristocrats for money. And good afternoon, Bob. Hope you're doing swell. What about Reese's on pizza? That might be crossing a line. Bobby! Maybe we will get to a safe rink today. Have you tried Mardu? Yeah, I just don't think there isn't a compelling reason to add a third color, in my opinion. Like, I'm sure it's fine, but I just feel like it doesn't do anything meaningfully better than 2 colors. Like, I feel like I have too many cards in just 2 colors that I don't need a third. There are so many good red-black cards right now. All right, so if we do this and then this. Yep. All right, so I have 6 mana, right? And I have triple red. So I can strike this twice and then play Thunderkin and get 2 more Risen Reef triggers. It could also be right to just jam Chandra here and 5 the Kefnet, but getting more Awakener triggers seems appealing. Make an example of me. Alright, Fry's obviously great against their Kefnet deck. I don't really know what they're doing. They had a bunch of red cards too. Do we just assume they're playing Phoenix and kept a slow hand? Or do we assume they're on a bit of a brew? Our deck's kind of proactive. So when you're playing against someone and you win before you really know what they're doing, less is more is usually a good mantra. And I like to err on the side of not sideboarding as much. Maybe trimming a Neoform is fine. Just because if they're in blue, they could have counterspells. And the way Neoform works with counterspells, you sacrifice the creature still, even if you don't resolve the spell. Yeah, I'm going to cut a Neoform and a Strike and bring in 2 Fries. Yeah, they could be wizards. I don't know exactly what they're doing. Yep. We have perfect, and we have our Unclaimed Territory here to cast the Yarok. The 4 copies of Unclaimed Territories are the only ways we can cast these Yaroks, which is kind of sweet. Yarok plus Cavalier is a little bit less exciting when your lands don't make 2/2s though. Like doubling up the enter play effect on Cavalier is a little bit less impressive. No longer need huge tracts of lands. Yeah, I agree, MF. Between Neoforming it out, are we gonna get combo killed next turn? What are? I feel like we're about to get combo killed. Anybody else feeling that way? Will we be in Alondra preview season next week? Next week or the week after? The new set releases in paper, I believe it's October 4th, and releases on Arena September 25th. So we should be into preview season soon. All right, that's a scry. September 9th is the start of preview season, so 2 weeks still. I think we lead on Cavalier of Thorns here, right? And see if they want to kill my Risen Reef or not. So these scries don't really matter because they're just going to be another Cavalier trigger. So that's fine to stay on top because I don't mind milling that over. I guess they do kind of matter because they could bin things for my Thunderkin Awakener. Alright, I'm going to do one more with Elementals, and then we're going to roll on into some Black Red Aristocrats. Hopefully, this deck's been feeling okay. Aristocrats is great. Hopefully Aristocrats can, like, climb us up solidly into the double digits so we can sit on my rank for the next 8 days. Just ride out the ladder season in the top 1,000. Seems okay. I would like a Risen Reef or an Omnath, but Leafkin on the play is hard to mulligan. Now, even 61's not right, Sharpshooter. There's always going to be cards that are better that you want to draw more often. You should play 60. And like, obviously, that's not to say like you're going to be incapable of winning games if you play 61, because that's obviously not the case. As someone who's like submitted 61 and 62 more than he will admit. I have great shame is what I'm saying. Don't have great shame like I do. Huh? So I mean, people who run a lot of 1x copies cheat. Nah, I think that's fairly silly to assume. a lot of the time, the reason to play one-ofs in Magic is because a lot of your cards do very similar things, but have small upsides in different situations. Like, a variety of removal spells is a good example. Like, your removal spells are often going to be the same, but in some corner case situations, some are going to be better or worse than others. What do I want to do here? I think I want to play Cloudkin Seer and get the card draw going. I think, because this trades for the Sky Marcher, and if this trades for the Sky Marcher this turn, next turn the Thunderkin Awakener can pick this back up and draw another card, which is nice. Seems ideal. Hey, Kodiak, thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Red Rover, let Sky Marcher come over. Dang. Rats. What? What? Now I'm really sad. I wanted them to trade here so that way we could strike this and play this and get this back and draw another card. That did not work out, unfortunately. Yeah, it ends up really awkward now because I don't really have anything good to do with my mana this turn. I'm playing this, but do I want to do this or do I want to do both of these? I think I'm just doing this. It might be right to hold on to it, though, in the event that I draw, like, a Risen Reef, though. Getting it in play is better if I draw Cheeto Fingers. Holding it is better if I draw a Yarok, though. Kyle, thank you for the entire year of support. I really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. What if I'm wrong? You could do a test gift, Marty. Omnath is Cheeto Fingers for those that are new to the stream, because he's got the orange love hands. Alright, so now we go strike you, attack with Thunderkin, get Cloudkin Seer back. Yeah, Marty's one of our sub-Santas. He's wonderful. I would say he's putting my kids through college, but let's be honest, he's putting my kids through daycare, because daycare is expensive. Yeah, we're in daycare 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we're halfway out of daycare. My oldest started kindergarten 3 days ago. Huh. How do we, like, Neoform the Leafkin? Nah, I should just get Yarok, right? Yeah, let's just get Yarok. Because Yarok's like a big life-linking dude. And actually, this kills their Sorin too, right? So I get to draw 2 and kill their Sorin here. Drew second Yarok, tilt. Drew Omnath, untilt. Papi! Are they dead? They're almost dead.
My final demise.
Give them the Cheeto fingers. I'm gonna kill their creatures here, I think. Because this is going away. So I don't think I want to put them to 2 because this is going away. So we'll put a 1/1 counter on Omnath. We'll put a 1/1 counter on Leafkin. This will die. Getting both of these to X4 means that this cannot kill them. No blocks. Go to 13. So they're dead to a land here. They could have a 1-drop, I suppose. Was I streaming regularly when the last 2-year rotation happened? I believe I was, but we were only playing Modern at that point in time. I didn't start playing Standard until Arena happened. Alright, so this obligates them to chump block a 5/5. Then they take 6 and I gain 5. It seems pretty good for the home team. And then the next land drop actually draws 2 cards with Omnath, so we're in a pretty good spot here. So our dueling lifelinkers here.
Feud or feast, your blood is mine.
Wonder if they have another 1-drop in their hand. Doesn't look like it. Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's so good. I don't know if this deck is good, but it's definitely great. I understand why this deck did well at a large tournament. Or wherever it came from. I understand why it top 8. I think it was a 5K that it top 8'd. I understand why that happened after playing it some more. Got some neat things going on. Muzu, thank you for the 12 months of support. I really appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Marty doling out a pile of sub-gifties. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Welcome. That's a lot of sub-gifts. There it is. There's the new gift. What are we cutting? What are we cutting this matchup? Cavalier of Gales is probably not great enough. I just like trim 5s at the top end. I probably just want fewer 5s and want to bring my curve down a little bit. Thunderkin Awakener's okay here, but it probably has an issue attacking it a lot of the time. Maybe I don't want 2 Chandras. Maybe I don't want 2 Chandras. Yeah, I'd buy that for $1. I'm gonna keep the Neoforms. Getting Yarok seems valuable. Having access to Scorchers, lots of blockers seems good too. Yarok and Omnath go together like cocaine and waffles. I can't say I've ever heard that saying before. I'm not sure that that's one you're gonna... The awkward... So this hand's okay. It's awkward that all of my... It's awkward that all of my lands deal me damage here. Sucks a little bit. This is actually a great card to take from them. What would you like to see for your last 20 gifties, Marty? I don't think I'm blocking with this, so I'm just gonna attack. The most Marty deck ever. Alright, I'm ready for your updated iteration of Memekin. Would I accept this deck again? Yeah, 10 out of 10. This deck's great. No turn 3 play is really good for us. It means they're probably not going to have aggression to get over the hump. They have a removal spell here. It's a Risen Reef. Gideon, sure. You gonna make that one indestructible? Yep. Alright. Boros Charm you. It's a pretty decent hit. So, we're gonna send this here. And then send Cloudkin here, and then we'll finish Gideon off with the Cheeto Fingers. Deckmaster claims to be working. Sounds good, Marty. Get a little powder on him here. Rawr. Cloudkin Seer goes away. So next turn, I can go Risen Reef into Neoform Omnath if I really wanted. Do I want to go to 6 here is a question. I think I do. Blanket with Birds, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Night Stars, welcome back for the 18th month. I appreciate you keeping me around. So I don't think they have a combination of cards that kill me from 4 next turn. So I think I'm okay being a little bit aggressive here. There's a second Yarok in my deck. I boarded out the Cavaliers, but we have 2 Yaroks. It's another Neoform. Alright, so this turn I can attack with Yarok and gain a bunch of life. They're also... Are they just dead? I think they're dead, right? Because I have Cheeto Fingers. Again, evolution for Cheeto Fingers. Yeah, we're gonna kill them with a fireball next turn. I think. Am I one short? So this is 5. I need an untapped land. If I have an untapped land, I can Cheeto Fingers for 6. And then Lightning Strike for the last 3 since they went to 9. Yeah, that works out. Yeah, I have a lot of triggers to hit the land too. That's correct. I want to make sure I tap as little red mana as possible while casting these things though. Because that way I can hit any untapped land. So we do this. So that gives me 2 scries towards an untapped land here. Perfect. So now we decline putting this into play. And then we Neoform this, which lets Omnath do 6, and then Lightning Strike does 3. This was definitely the best Omnath deck I've played to date. I liked a lot of what this deck was doing. The way this deck jumps up and kills people with Omnath and Yarok from high health totals was really impressive. If you didn't watch the earlier matches, we had a game where we only had Yarok in play and we untapped and killed our opponent from 19. That was just super impressive. I don't know that I have any details that I'd change after those games. Everything felt relatively reasonable. I feel like the sideboard with a little bit more removal where we ended up at seemed fine. Which one was that? There was a MCQ on Magic Arena this past weekend. I finished, I think it was 22nd or 23rd out of like 2,000 people. Missed getting an invite to the Mythic Championship on Tiebreakers. Sounds good, Marty. So Bob cut in Aristocrat, so we're gonna do Aristocrats, then we'll wrap things up with Memekin.